Right. So over the last several years, there have been three other events like this, and this is the fourth one. And from everything I've heard, and this is my first one attending, but I know a lot of people who've attended in the past, they said it has contributed very significantly, first, to create the awareness. What are the opportunities? What are the synergies between Turkey and many African countries? And secondly, to actually create real business relationships. I know people who've come to these events in the past who've signed deals after, that originated at these events. So on multiple fronts, this has contributed very significantly to the Turkey-Africa business, investment, and trade relationship. So it's very encouraging that these kinds of very focused events are happening. Especially Turkey is now very focused, very interested in doing business in Africa, both FDI into Africa, but also exporting Turkish products into Africa. And Africa is also very interested. I mean, a lot of the products manufactured in Turkey are very high quality, but also fairly well priced, so that they're widely available in many African countries. In many cases, it actually competes with, or even better sometimes, with Chinese-made products. So I think overall, TABF has done a tremendous job in contributing to the Turkey-Africa relationship. Right, so in particular, I'm originally from Ethiopia. We do a lot of business in Ethiopia. We've actually worked with many Turkish companies that have invested in Ethiopia, in the textile and the garment business, in the manufacturing businesses, cable manufacturing, and other things. So over the last several years, our company has advised many Turkish companies that invested in Eastern Africa, including in Ethiopia. And I think we see a lot of opportunities, both for Ethiopia and also for Turkey to collaborate. I mean, the Turkish company built a lot of infrastructure in Ethiopia as well, some very large infrastructure projects. So I see a win-win relationship, and specifically since you asked me, between Ethiopia and Turkey, very strong relationship, very strong historical ties as well, but now a very expanded economic relationship. So our firm does a lot of aviation-related investment banking work, as well as investing as a private equity in the aviation, let's call it the broader aviation, airlines, airports, the transport logistics sector. And we work very closely with the major aircraft manufacturers, with Boeing, Airbus, Embraer, and others. We have yet to work with Turkish companies, but I know there are a lot of Turkish companies that manufacture aerospace-related products, technology. So my view is that by creating the relationship, by strengthening the relations between Africa and Turkey in that particular space, in the aviation space, I think both sides could benefit from it. To give you an idea, today something like 85% plus of air travel in Africa is done by non-African airlines. That means there's a big upside potential for growth for African carriers. That means Turkish company. I mean, of course, Turkish Air is a very big player in Africa. It's a global carrier. I mean, this morning when I flew in from Washington, this is the first time I saw the new airport, the new Istanbul airport. Extremely impressive. Very, very impressive. So you can take that kind of technology, that kind of capability that you've done, both on the airline side, but also now on the infrastructure side, because Africa needs a lot of aviation infrastructure, airports, and everything that goes around the aviation ecosystem, which Turkey is very good at. So I think this would be a good opportunity at this conference. And as you said, I'm a panelist this afternoon. We're going to be discussing the opportunities for both sides. How could we leverage the technology, the infrastructure capability that Turkey has, and what Africa needs? So I would say this would be a great day for us to discuss these opportunities. Sure. To be honest with you, we invest as a company. Our firm, based in the United States, is a private equity firm, it's an investment bank. We always look at role models, examples of emerging market economies that have done very well. Okay, and Turkey is one of them. I mean, you have $1 trillion plus economy today. There's some forecasts that shows Turkey will be in the top 10, 12 economies in the world in the near future. So these are some of the examples, perhaps, where we can take to Africa as a lesson to how to manage. Yes, you've had some of your challenges economically, but every country has had that, right? But overall, you have created a very large economy on the back of manufacturing, back of a lot of tourism sector. For example, you have an excellent tourism sector. So these are learning lessons. We also, as advisors, in Africa as investment banking advisors, strategy advisors. We're always looking for best practices around the world, and we can see a lot here in Turkey that we can actually adapt in Africa.